Hello students, welcome to another video tutorial from my channel, and in this particular video I will be discussing about test cross and back cross. So students have lots of doubts regarding test cross and back cross, how it performed, how we can get different information from the test cross and the back cross, what is the utility of these test cross and back cross, and what are the basic features and what are the basic theory behind this test cross and back cross. So all of you will be completely get an idea about the test cross and the back cross throughout this video. At first I will discuss about back cross and then I will discuss about test cross. So let's start it. So first of all, what is back cross? As the name implies, back cross means crossing of an individual with its parental generation. That means in case of monohybrid cross that we have seen that after the crossing of the parental generation, that we first get the first filial generation, F1 generation, then after the F1 generation we self-fertilize the F1 generation with another F1 generation. But in case of back cross, there will be hybridization of the F1 generation with the parental generation. So let's see how it is happening. Suppose there is I am taking example of the pea plant for explaining the test cross and the back cross. Suppose the pea plant I am taking, that is the capital T, it is the PO tall, and another plant that is PO dwarf. So it is the parental generation. In the gamete. It will be half its chromosome number due to mitosis. Now the chromosome number will be a single T and the chromosome number here will be a single small t. And in F1 generation, what will perform? In F1 generation, that we get a hybrid genotype, that is the capital T and small t, and all the F1 generation plants will be tall. There is no such expression of the tall short character in the F1 generation. Now what is back cross? Back cross is the crossing between the F1 generation with any of the parental generation. Now what are the parental generations that we have? Number one parental generation is capital T, and the second parental generation is the small t. So what is back cross? Back cross is F1 generation with parental generation. Parental generation can be any of two types. So parental generation. Now there are two examples of the back cross that we will be getting in this particular explanation. So capital T, small t, that is the F1 generation, can be crossed with this parent, this one, and capital T, small t can also be hybridized with this parental generation. So both of these crossing, both of these hybridizations are examples of back cross. So what can we get from this particular crossing? In case of gamete, there are two types of gamete that we will get from this F1 generation. That is, one of them is the capital T and the second one is the small t. But in case of here, there will be only a single type of gamete that we will be getting. So there are two possible combinations that can be possible. One is the capital T, and second one is the capital T, small t. Here the plants will exhibit all the plants here will be taller, and here also all the plants will be taller, exactly same to each other. But the phenotype of these two plants are same, but the genotype is not same. Here the plants is homozygous and pure, and the plants is heterozygous, that is hybrid. What will happen in this case? There is again generation of two types of gamete. One of them is the capital T, second one is the small t, and here is only a single type of gamete, that is the small t, as it is homozygous in nature. So after crossing two types of two types of generation will be formed. First one is the capital T, small t, it will be tall, and second one is the small t, it will be short or dwarf. So you can see that if a back cross that is happening with the F1 generation with the homozygous dominant type, if the back cross is performing, or if the back cross is happening with the F1 generation along with its homozygous dominant parent, then all of the F2 generations will be showing the phenotype of the parental generation. But if the backcross is happening F1 generation with the recessive parental type, then 50% of the generation will be dominant type and the 50% generation will be recessive type. So that's all about the backcross. So I am again repeating backcross. What is backcross? Backcross is the hybridization of the F1 generation with any of the parental generation. It can be homozygous dominant, it can be homozygous recessive. If the parental generation that you are crossing with the F1 generation, the parental generation, if it is homozygous dominant, then all the F2, this is the F2 generation, all the F2 generation will be exactly same with the parental generation. But if you are crossing the F1 generation with the recessive phenotype parental generation, then 50% will be getting dominant phenotype, 50% will be dominant phenotype, and 50% will be recessive phenotype. So this is all about backcross. Now comes to the point, to the test cross. As the name implies, test cross means you are testing something, you are experimenting something. So that's all. Test cross means to identify a plant whether it is homozygous or whether it is heterozygous. Now if you see a plant, a tall pea plant, you cannot predict whether it is a homozygous tall or whether it is heterozygous tall, because homozygous tall and heterozygous tall, that is the pure tall and the hybrid tall, are phenotypically exactly same to each other. So from the outside expression it is impossible to predict, or it is impossible to conclude their genotype. So in order to conclude their genotype, what is the genotype of the unknown genotype of that particular plant, you have to perform test cross. So what is test cross? Test cross basically is a experiment, or test cross is basically a hybridization where you can identify the unknown genotype of a plant. Now how can we perform test cross? Let's do it. Now first of all, in order to perform test cross, you have to get a known genotype plant. If you want to perform test cross, first of all you have to get a known phenotype as well as known genotype plant. Now what we are taking? We are taking a recessive dwarf pea plant, and we all know that dwarf characters are only expressed when the genes are in homozygous condition. So first of all you have to take a dwarf pea plant. Now in dwarf pea plant, the genotype you definitely know, because in case of dwarf it will always be recessive, because it can never be dominant or it can never be heterozygous in nature. So in dwarf pea plant, the genotype you know, that is it is the known phenotype and genotype. Known genotype, you know it. Now you are crossing it with a unknown genotype pea plant which is tall. So unknown genotype pea plant unknown tall, unknown genotype tall P plant. Now it can be capital T, small t, or it can be capital T, capital T. Both of them are for two possible combination, because hybrid tall and pure tall are phenotypically exactly same to each other. So how will you determine whether the pea plant is hybrid tall or whether a pea plant is pure tall? So in order to perform, so what is test cross? Test cross is basically a hybridization between an unknown phenotype with a known recessive phenotype. Hybridization between unknown phenotype with a known phenotype. Remember it, students, it is very crucial point for your NEET examination. Unknown, to determine the unknown genotype. You will be getting questions in the NEET examination that what are the tests or what is the experiment that you have to perform in order to get a unknown genotype of a plant. It will always be a test cross. So let's see how it is occurring. So suppose the now we don't know the genotype of the unknown pea plant. So there are two possibilities. Now number one possibility, it can be homozygous, and the second possibility, it can be heterozygous. So in both of the cases we are crossing it with a known homozygous recessive genotype pea plant. So here also you will be crossing it with known homozygous recessive pea plant. Now in case of this cross, the gametes will be a single type. Here from also the gamete will be a single small t type. Now after crossing we will be getting the plants which will all of the plants will be heterozygous tall. That means 100% plants will be tall if the unknown genotype is homozygous in nature. But if the unknown genotype is heterozygous in nature, what will happen? If the unknown genotype is heterozygous in nature, then we will be getting two types of gamete. One is the capital T and one is the small t. But here is only a single t. So after combining with each other, there are two possible combinations. That is, one of them is the capital T, small t, and the second one is the small t, small t. So 50%. So 50% combination, 50% chance of the generation, 50% chance of getting tall plant and 50% chance of dwarf plant. So now from these particular F1 generation, from this particular percentage of the F1 generation, we can conclude the unknown genotype of the tall pea plant. If the F1 generation that we are getting contains 100% of all the tall pea plant or 100% of all the phenotype showing a single parent, 100% plants will be showing the phenotype of the unknown genotype parent, then it is a homozygous dominant genotype, homozygous or pure dominant genotype. If the F1 generation is showing 50% of the parental generation as well as 50% of the recessive generation, both of the generation is being showing in the F1 generation, then the unknown genotype is heterozygous in nature. So throughout this video you understood that by test cross we can determine the genotype of the pea plant of unknown genotype. It will be crossing, we have to cross the unknown genotype of the pea plant with a known recessive phenotype pea plant. If we get 100% phenotype of a single parent, then it is dominant homozygous in nature. If we are getting 50% of a single parent phenotype and 50% of the other parent phenotype, then the unknown genotype is heterozygous in nature. So that's all about test cross and back cross. Hope you like these videos and you have completely understood about the back cross and test cross. So do like my videos, share with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon.